Good morning, good evening, good night, everybody, wherever you are in the world. Welcome once again to another session of Rage Across New York, Living World of Darkness's Werewolf the Apocalypse venue. Tonight we have the lupus glasswalker theurge by the name of Dragos Jackson, seeking out the city mother of New York. As many would expect, this location would be the Statue of Liberty. The umbral landscape of New York City, however, is a difficult one to comprehend due to some conundrums involving a certain storm in the sky and a certain group of will workers. The umbra is full of holes and pockets. It's not the healthy one piece that one would normally expect when stepping into the other side. In fact, Dragos has to tread extremely carefully in order to make it to the statue herself without stumbling into any strange pocket dimensions.
And yes, Dragos personally is in lupus form while traversing the Umbra, as is natural, of course. And in this form, he looks like a primal incarnation of things associated with the city. His body looks like damn it. It looks like a mix between things like car tire patterns in his fur, glass eyes, plastic teeth and claws, a metallic, his tips, the tip of his fur look metallic, almost like wires. And his, he looks almost more like a city spirit than he looks like a Garou. His eyes do reflect light very well because glass, so they almost look glowing as he carefully try to not step into any kind of weird pocket dimensions with weird space butterflies in them or whatever. And he walks towards the statue, of course. Mister, I need to roll anything to not fuck up.
Not at the moment. The Statue of Liberty is pretty difficult to miss. She is massive, though unlike in the Tellurian realm where she is unmoving, forever holding her torch to the sky. In the Umbral realm, the spirit appears uneasy, pacing back and forth with her arms crossed on that little island.
This is not positive. How far is it from him to her? Is it within conversation range or?
Yeah, you could probably get her attention.
Well, Dragos wouldn't howl at her because that wouldn't be especially nice, but he would, comment an especially loud barking sound. Listen, if I remember correctly, you can speak the Garou language in lupus form. It's just very distorted. Is the right word? Or is it only the body language thing? Yeah. At least he would, bow, or clumsily bow because, no etiquette, so he just bows his body in a weird manner. It's like, "Oh, Lady Liberty," he says. "Hello." He can't wave, but he tries anyway with his paw. This is not successful. "Can I talk to you?" It's completely deadpan, by the way. He's just a player that's not that good of a deadpan actor or deadpan snarker. Just not snark.
She does notice his bark and his talking in the Garou tongue, but of course, not being a Garou or an ancestor spirit, she doesn't understand it. She'll turn her head towards him and wait for him to say something in English, or perhaps if he has the spirit speech gift.
Yes,
in her
he
own
has the spirit. He has the spirit speech gift, and he suddenly blinks and is like, he talks the language of the city, so to speak. Just spirit speak. So he says, sorry. I should have talked in the more, the correct tongue. I apologize.
She kneels down in front of him. Of course, it's impossible for such a massive spirit to be face to face with a normal wolf. But she does get a bit closer, and she asks, "Why do you come here, child
Well,
of Gaia?"
how to put this in a proper manner that isn't disrespectful? Oh yes, oh yes. As you can see, he tries to gesture at himself. This is not. He uses his snout, and that kind of works. I look like I look native to this area, so to speak, and I love this city, and I love cities in general. So, in a very blunt manner, I was thinking that maybe we could work together at some point, a partnership, so to speak. I value my relationship with the spirits of the city, and therefore asking to, have the spirit of a city as my totem would be, a very natural fit in my eyes. Or is it in my eyes? That's correct term. He tries. He doesn't shrug, but he lifts his head up, kind of.
Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but you are coming to me, a single Cleeth, with little to offer save for a spiritual connection to the city.
Of course, assisting the city, trying to help out the city in any way I can is a part of the bargain, of course, but that is obvious, so I didn't think to mention it. Is there? Of course, I would have to prove myself to you. I didn't think I was just going to go here and get, a working contractual agreement immediately. That doesn't sound likely.
Yes, if you are willing to work with me for a while, to show me your dedication to the city and to me as a possible totem, then we may be able to work something out.
That
But I do
seems.
not bless lightly.
Repeat that last bit. I didn't hear you properly. Sorry.
But I do not bless lightly.
You don't bless lightly. I don't. I suspect very few spirits bless lightly, and of course, when you have something as important as the city to take care of, you have to be very careful with who you bless. He nods.
She nods.
His body language is a very unnatural mix of both wolf body language things, which is very important for communication, and human mannerisms, which doesn't always work. Sorry.
City is difficult to watch over all by myself. You see New York and you can see the crime-ridden streets. You can see the filth and the litter, and you can see that this is not what I want New York to be.
Of course not.
At one time, it was a beautiful, booming metropolis, equal parts city and nature. Humans respected the place. That's the case any longer.
Yes. Homage are useless things. So this is sadly something that happens, which is not good.
I love each and every one of the human city, but they are destroying it, and they are destroying themselves in the process.
Yes. He just adds.
So you approached me to be your totem.
Yes.
I want to know what you are willing to do for the city.
Everything except betraying Gaia itself. I would be willing, I couldn't betray my fellow Gaia or Gaia for once, because Gaia is extremely important and Gaia is the world, so that would be very impractical. But for the city, since the city is Gaia, that wouldn't work out very nicely, now would it? But I would be willing to do anything else that you would require me to do to help out.
Everything God, and I expect my children to show initiative for the good of the city.
Yes.
I want you to come back to me on the next lunar cycle. Bring me things that you have done for the city. I want you to show me proof of your conviction. And then we will talk about a partnership.
This is, of course, reasonable. Out of character, sorry, but you severely lagged, so I heard only partially what was said. So.
A lot thing to promise is too vague for me to count on. What I want you to do is to show initiative if you were to become my child. I want you to show initiative to make this city better. And then at the end, I want you to come to me and show me proof that you are making this city better.
Proof that I'm making the city better. Well, that would, I'm going to do that. This does not sound like an overly hard task, and it's a very reasonable request. So I'm in agreement if that is I will do this.
Good. Then go and put some work into it. I want to know that you are worthy of my patronage rather than other guru, or rather a pack.
He bows and this will be done. And he starts walking away, trying to not end up in a strange sub-dimension. On his way, he will, he would say goodbye and leave her.
Lady Liberty will nod to him as he goes, hoping to soon see some results of this. Ladies and gentlemen, is where we will end our scene.
Woo!
Thank you, Carl, for playing. Whoever is watching. Dreams.
Thank you. This did not go as late as I got a man.